the Mark III drag car. Film me? Yeah. Mark III's on the drag, what? It's on the dyno. It just happened to be, it wasn't supposed to be nice today, but it ended up being nice, so we got together, decided to finish up the last couple things we needed to get the car on the dyno. So, we're not really gonna try to push it too hard today. We just wanna try to see if we can get anything out of the solid lifters and make sure this engine's all good and healthy. It just lifted the head last time, so we want to make sure that all is good, and it'll be a good backup for our new engine. So the details of this video are in the video linked above. It's a cringeworthy video, but if you want to watch it, I filmed it with my cell phone.
The first
video we started this down this path. The plans are new engine with a whole bunch of upgrades, bigger turbo, and we really want to try to make 1,000 wheel horsepower with it. This is a 2-liter, 16 valve with a newer style, like 1AT block, basically. And it's a little bit of an oddball setup, but the reason we went with this is because the old blocks are getting really hard to find, and the Mark IV stuff is like plenty. What were you going to say, Clayton?
And this isn't the engine that you're going to see 1,000 horsepower on now.
No, this isn't the one. Maybe same head, but
same type of setup.
Basically the same thing, but we've done some upgrades to make it a little bit stronger, so we're not as worried about it. So we got fuel in it. We got it up to temperature. We're ready to start with it. I let out way early because in the middle of that, I was like, oh yeah, remember that throttle body thing we were supposed to do?
So all the tires are clean now, and your shop is not covered in rubber. It went like all the way to the ceiling, like just a rainbow of rubber. Add boost. 26 pounds. What spring is in this? Didn't you just go on spring?
Yeah, I put big spring in it.
Oh.
Like for the last time at the last event.
So she made that look, everything with that looked good. Smooth.
Can you add air fuel on there? Or it's on there?
It's on there, yeah.
12.1.
It's not on there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
12.1.
Yeah.
That almost blew my hat off.
What?
It almost blew my hat off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. my sensor was. Spun again though.
I jumped so bad.
You did?
Oh my
Spun again though. Click on speed. Huh? Click on speed. No, no. Yes. Change it to speed. Okay. Yeah, definitely spinning. But it was better that
It was
time.
way up top when it spun.
Yeah. And it may come around with, I mean, the tires are cold, dyno's cold. Get some glue on them. 665.
Which is what it should be at, notwithstanding the spinning.
And go back, actually. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it got way richer there, too. Just click right before the spin. Yeah, got richer there. That's good. That's okay. I like it. It's a little
so
richer.
we can crank her down tighter. We could probably get a little more pressure. We get less narrative tires. Get them down to like 25 or something.
They might be up to like 30,
Could be up to 50 by now.
40, who knows?
Right. And this is weak sauce for power. We should be able to. It's still not super warm right now. It's freezing. I'm shaking.
Nervous.
That's part of it. Yeah, that one was clean. 678. Got it to stick that time, but it was looking pretty lean there on my sensor. The dyno says it's fine. Yeah, the dyno says it's great actually. There's a lot going on. I wanted to rev it out to 9,000 that time.
What happened?
Well, I forgot that my shift lights. I had the shift. Oh, but I left my shift light on at the original time.
What's going on here?
I don't know. I need to look at it.
So you just.
So when I seen the light come on, I just let off. But look at it. It's trash anyways. Oh, actually the graph fell off too.
What?
The boost fell off. I see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. Again, I just quickly changed the cut. And what else am I missing? I forget the shift light, for one. Did I let out my throttle? I don't know.
Maybe that's why the boost because you let out.
I don't know. I'll have to look.
You didn't spin.
Didn't spin, no.
Because I
Got a little spin happy there. I put the boost to it that time a little more. Went back in time. Change it to speed. Okay, so we got a little too small tires on here, so we're fighting traction on the dyno, and it's not really as warm as I was hoping it would be today. Although we got the doors open and stuff, it's still pretty chilly, so not the perfect condition for the drum, the tires, all that sort of stuff, but we're trying to work through it. We're not trying to break any numbers or anything like that. We're just trying to get some smooth graphs, right, Clayton?
Right.
So I looked at this the best I can for what the data I got on the last run. We'll just try again. Went pretty good, that one. Seemed to hold till the end. Did 751.
Better looking run.
Huh?
Better looking run.
Yeah. I had a great 1 degree of timing in there.
Wow.
That's where I added it. Did 800, but it spun, so didn't really do 800. And we're not really trying to make 800 anyway, so. But I don't think it liked what I did with it.
You're gonna see 8 or what?
I'm not turning the boost up anymore. So I was just playing with timing to see if I could get some more out of it the way it was at the boost level it was at. But the tires spun. Should have known better. We might just try another run or two like this, and then we'll just have to get better tires on it.
And really though, this isn't the big boy motor anyway.
No, we were just trying to do some learning, which is extremely hard to do for the potentially little gains we would get out of it. But we're just trying. So the run before last was really smooth, really good, like 750-ish, and that was, I think, around 42 pounds of boost. But we plan on running a lot more boost than that in the new engine with a better turbo. So
And possibly a different head, right?
possibly a different head. Yeah, we have one of our subscribers on YouTube has reached out to us and looking like we might have a head to try out. Obviously not until we have it in our possession we'll know for sure, but it's looking like that might be the case. So we'll give you more details on that if we get to that point. And then we have a whole new bottom end assembly, aluminum rods, a whole bunch of other little things that we'll get into when we start assembling that engine. So
Now, did you explain in the GoPro exactly what's kind of going on, what we were trying to do with this setup?
no, because we didn't. We kind of just started at it, but the GoPro's still filming. Should I turn it off? GoPro, stop recording. Because we just did a solid lifter setup, I wanted to try to see what we could gain for power out of it, but at the kind of the levels that we had. But it's so hard between doing runs. Again, we didn't plan properly for this. It was just happened to be that today was going to be a really nice day, and it's a Sunday, so we were like, let's chuck it on the dyno and try. But it really needs a little bit bigger tire, and so it's really hard between clean runs and some of the runs that are spinning to figure out where we're kind of sitting power-wise. But I mean, it's making the same power, if not a little bit more than what I was before from the looks of it. So what am I forgetting, Clayton, on this?
Don't you at the point now where you don't know if, like, we can't rev it out any further, which is the idea of having solid lifters.
Yeah, so
Because it doesn't look really low.
yeah, so
It's
either the
a lot.
cams that are in it, which is suspect, or I mean, it would be beneficial for us to rev it out to 9,000 or plus, 9,000 plus at the track for sure. But on the dyno making power, the power starts to fall off at like 8,000, a little past that. So revving it out to 9,000+ on the dyno, it just doesn't make sense. Like for RPM and mile per hour, it will, because it's going to bring you back into a higher power band and give us higher mile an hour. But for this purpose, it doesn't make sense to do it. So we'll probably save some of that for the track, but really, new engine, new turbo is going in the car anyway, so this was just to kind of play around.
And now we know we have a strong backup if needed.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew that anyways, but it's kind of good to just get on the dyno and play around. So we're going to try it now that we just did that run after lunch and it was spinning a bit. We're going to try again to see if we can get it to hold, and then we'll decide what we're going to do after that. Doesn't want to hold it. It's like full of scratches. You guys did a good job cleaning it, by the way. Thank
Polished
you.
turd.
Turd's still a turd, even if it's polished. Okay, so we had semi-successful, semi-not successful. The major problem is the tires. We are having traction issues. We knew it was a problem kind of getting up around this power level for the tires that we had. We decided to go with one of the sets off of Clayton's Mark 1, but they're just still not quite up to the task. We ended up with, you've seen all this in the video probably anyways, our best runs were around 750. We did have an 800 run when the tires spun a bit. And to try to really see the gains from the lifters and the kind of the stuff that I wanted to play around with, because we're having like one good run and then one run the traction, we lose traction, it's like near impossible to try to figure out, you know, what we can get out of it. If I had a better set of tires on it, then we probably had a lot better luck. But because this is essentially backup and because we're building a new engine, this is probably all I'm going to play around with, and we'll just wait to hammer on the new setup. Does that make sense, Clayton?
Totally makes sense.
Because all we're doing at this point is, you know, for me to try to get a little bit of power out of it. Again, if we had better tires today, then I would have had a lot more success, and we probably would have went and played around and maybe even pushed the power a little bit more.
I say success. This
was success, I guess. Yeah, the cleanest, smoothest run was 747, 520 torque. But again, it's made this power before. It's just, like I said, we were trying to see what we could get out of the lifters, and we're just getting too many, one good run, one bad run, one good run, one bad run. It just doesn't make sense to keep pushing it, burning all the fuel and beating up on the setup. So,
and backup engine. So
it's backup engine, yeah. So we're gonna have, very soon we'll have the new engine kind of together. What?
You know, we should mark that. You say very soon.
Oh God, I shouldn't have said that. Especially when it's starting to get nicer.
Yeah.
But track season's coming, so at least we have this to work with. But I definitely don't want to be hitting the track this year.
Well, I'd say we
with this setup.
don't take this out until the new engine's built.
But it's kind of a.
Yeah,
if we took it out, then we kind of have no choice.
Yeah, but then the first race comes, at least you get something to give yourself a shake.
Everybody's already been blowing me up, like, you ready? You ready? Is that ready? They're thinking it's the new engine. It's not. It's the old engine still.
So we're ready.
We're ready to do what we were trying to do 2 years ago.
And it'd be nice to be able to poke into the 8s with this setup.
It would have been. That was always my goal. But now we lost the whole season.
You're on the loaner program on that turbo.
Oh yeah, I got to give that back to Greg anyway. So we could put the bigger turbo on it, or the newer turbo is slightly bigger, and just kind of go with this engine. But there's a limit to this one, I think, and I just don't want to find it here on the dyno. That's for sure. So, Clayton, is there anything else I've kind of missed talking about this thing? I think this.
No, we've
started
gone over this car a few times with this setup. So
totally, and I think this on the channel, since we started this YouTube channel, which I appreciate, Clayton and I both appreciate everybody for subscribing and sharing and all the comments we get, thinking that we have a lot more subscribers than we do. It really means a lot, so thank you very much, and be sure to share and subscribe. I lost track of what I was going to say, Clayton.
I think you're wrapping it up.
No, I was going to say, I think, yes, since we started this YouTube channel, this would be the highest Volkswagen we've had on here.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yep.
For the YouTube videos.
Yep.
We do have Greg's car coming, which this is his turbo now. It was the one off of this car.
When's he coming? Do you know?
I don't know. His engine's at the machine shop right now, getting some stuff done.
And he's
but
waiting
we're
for
kind
this
of
turbo
shooting
back?
for around this number here with his car.
Which one are you pointing at?
This one, we're shooting around that one, Greg.
I thought Greg didn't want to go any faster.
He didn't, but
Okay.
he keeps seeing us go further and faster and make more power, and he wants to do the same. He's got a really good set of cams in that engine. It's a 1AT, so for all the 1AT people out there, we do have a pretty good power 1AT coming. It's in a Mark II also, which is kind of neat. So, are we forgetting anything, Clayton? Same deal
Like
as
I would
always.
say, probably, but
Like, subscribe, comment below, ask questions,
share with your friends.
share with your friends, and I think that's it. So, we'll see you in the next video. That's it, Clayton. Stop. I'm Dave, and this is MK3 Drag car. That's perfect. Oh, God. Don't put that in the video, idiot.